Okay. And we are live. Welcome to another episode of Pendragon Nanteleod's Legacy. The year is still 502. We will get out of this year, I promise. I've said this in the other games. We aren't going to go quite as long in the future. Not quite so many episodes in one year. Like we're up to I think 8 now. So we'll work on that in the future. In the meantime, let's quickly introduce the gang, and then we're going to dive right into things. I'll start with you, Yampa.
Hi, I'm Yampa. I'm playing Saroon, and I'm happy to be back.
Welcome in, friend. Wergar.
Hey guys, Wergar here, playing Sarkalis, ready to get back into the flow of things.
Indeed so. Rain. Or Drax, rather.
Drax playing as Sir Rain and hoping that I don't get murdered very viciously tonight. Because I'm going up against a real bad guy.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes, friend. This will be an interesting point for your character, one way or the other.
Yes,
Bert.
it will.
I'm Bert playing Sir Cormac, who has all the support and hope in the world that Rain will be able to meet his challenges.
You actually have no idea as your character that Rain's here.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. But I hope.
It's a fair statement. Let's see. And then before we introduce Trent, I'm going to fix Trent's camera because your face is missing.
I keep moving around, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm a bad person. Should never have invited me.
All right, you are fixed. Go ahead.
Hi. Hello, I'm Trent, playing Segudia, and also looking forward to seeing if we get to adventure with Sir Brown from now on.
We will find out.
Just adopt him once he kills
It's like Highlander. We're just gonna take on
It's
whoever.
right.
You gotta fight your way into this private club.
Yeah.
So
That's the only way to get into the Sword now.
okay.
I agree.
Even though we left with a cliffhanger, I think. One sec here. I'm gonna do something here really quick.
Oh no, he's doing something.
I hate it when he does shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm just getting rid of the. Oh no, I couldn't do that. That did not work. Dang it. I was going to log in. Sorry, I was logged in as my GM account as well. To Roll20, and apparently logging out means the music stops. So good times. Give me a sec here. I'm just logging back in. I was trying to get. I'm hearing the music in double because
Right.
I have both accounts going, both the GM view and the non-GM view, and yeah, that didn't work at all. Which
We have faith. You can do this.
okay, music's going again. We're good. Before we go and resolve this for, I hate it so much. I'm hearing like the music's like in the stream. We'll hear this too. It's offset. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna rejoin as a player or as my SD account because I can't listen to music that's slightly off playing twice. It's killing me. And I imagine
Now we know how to torture him.
it won't be good
Yep.
for the stream either. So that is fixed. Okay, now we can actually talk game. Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
So first and foremost, we're gonna go back to Lear's castle. This is what you were sieging, if you recall, with Nanteleod. So you had to go in the last episode and conquer a series of smaller castles around Lear's castle, well, the primary force continued to push siege on Lear's. We didn't resolve your siege on Lear's, correct?
No.
No. Is that correct? Right. So you guys are now accompanying the forces in Lear's castle or the sieging Lear's castle rather, to try and conquer it and be able to march forward still. What I need from each of you to begin with, I need a battle roll. This cannot be impassioned. And when I say each of you, not Rain.
All
Everyone
right.
who's here. Yeah.
Where is my guy? I got him. I know how to play. Everything's fine. Except for my battle roll.
Yeah.
And Collis is the last one, right?
Come on, Collis. Save us from ourselves.
Somebody.
I'm not actually there. I
Where
said,
did we?
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
right.
We are.
yeah, I was still in garrison at Sorrow Hill holding it.
Yep. That's right. Okay. Well,
We all
noted for y'all. No, it's not terrible.
Wounds.
It's also not Castle Terra Bill. So, what I need to know from y'all before we continue forward is, were you being sorry, is anyone famously reckless?
Yes. Yes.
You are frontline.
Yeah, of course.
Is anyone famously prudent? 16?
Find it. Nope.
Cormac is famously love family, so he's right there next to Gwydir.
Oh,
Ah,
jeez.
bro.
So okay, so Bert, you're opting for frontline. Yampa, what are you doing? Frontline or playing it kind of? You don't have to be in the back ranks altogether, but you can lead cautiously.
Well, you know what? I think I should just do this. See what happens.
That didn't help you at all.
Didn't help me whatsoever. I guess I'm in the front lines with them.
He's with his bros.
I mean, I'm 21, famously. Swords and Nanteleod. 4 swords and Nanteleod.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Just leave us to not have your mighty blade beside us?
That's not me. That's you. You're the one with the mighty blade. Mine is just gold, shiny and gold.
shiny blade.
It's just cosmetic.
Okay. For Rune Gwydir and for Cormac, Gwydir, and Rune, give me a sword test each.
I think I rolled an 18 on that.
I don't usually use swords.
Weapon test of your choice.
Ah.
A dex
Just get the boys.
check test.
Oh god, that's not good.
Okay, failed that. I never roll dex for a reason.
Cormac passed.
Cormac is hammering fools and staying on his feet.
No critical is a good thing. No critical no fumble is what I mean. And then we already tested battle. Okay, and dex roll. Okay. This is what we're gonna do.
Dear. Right. Add another 20 to this.
At least I killed some guys, presumably.
You did succeed at your weapon skills, yes? No one failed all 3 rolls, right?
I critted
No.
sword.
Critted sword, okay. That's a useful thing to know. Were you impassioned with that?
No, just a flat crit.
Okay.
I just rolled an 18 again, which was funny because I was like, if only I'd rolled an 18 on sword, and then I fucking did.
Right, 18, and then you've got a 22 sword, right? 20. Yeah. Okay.
He just rolled 3 18s in a row.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Sounds about right for Gwydir. Yeah.
No one fumbled Dex, which is really important. That means that there was a ladder fiasco that occurred, and that hit both Gwydir and Rune on the way in. Gwydir.
Looks like Cormac took the lead in this race.
Over 4 wounds, you suffer. That's actually impossible. Well, no, it's not impossible. You suffered 3 of the wounds were like straight up wounds, and it only amounted to 7 damage for you. The last one, you took 10 damage when a ladder was actually broke, and
I fell.
You fell.
Ow.
And you tumbled for 10 damage. That's all after armor.
Yep. Okay. 17.
And none of that, because it's 4, it's not major wound.
I think I was wounded after my last battle. I don't think I did any first aid or healing.
I think you
Do know
did
how
first aid. I asked everyone to first aid.
I might have then. Yeah. Okay. Has it been a week or no?
It has not been a week. It's been a couple of days though. Let's figure out what day of the week it was.
Okay.
4. And we'll say it's 3 days have gone by, so it's a Sunday. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
sweet.
a Sunday. Yep.
And I get super healing rate because of my paganness.
Are you pagan religion or pagan?
Fine.
What do you call that?
Religious bonus.
Or
Yeah.
just
Yeah, pagan bonus. Yeah, religious.
Got it
thing,
last,
there we go.
yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Given that case, what kind of state is Gwydir in now?
So he was basically up to full. He was on 43, which is fuckloads of hit points. So I'm on 43 minus 17, which is maths that for whatever reason is eluding my brain right now. 26.
Okay, so you're still pretty healthy. Wait, 26 wounds or 26 health remaining?
26 total hit points now.
Okay, so you're in plenty of good shape still.
Yeah.
Despite. So these 7, just to clarify too, these 17 damage are coming in after the healing rate for Sunday.
Correct.
So this is
Yeah.
Let's go through Rune next. You failed 2 rolls out of 3, yes? And no crit?
Yeah. No crits. Battle of Dex have been failed.
What's your current health?
25.
Oof.
Oh.
Okay.
In trouble.
You took 8 from that same fall with Gwydir. You end up with, let's see how many wounds. 3 wounds. So you took 14 damage from 2 different wounds, and then you took 8 damage from the fall, for a total of 22.
At least we get some decent opportunities.
This is a bloody battle, and it being in the front is why you're suffering this. You're in the front, and your battle roll failed, and the dex roll failed. So those things all together. And then Bert.
Yes.
For Cormac, you failed dex and battle. Yes.
No,
You
I did
passed
not. I
dex?
only failed battle.
Yeah. Okay. That is useful. Okay. Okay. Cormac, you take a total of 10 damage from 4 wounds. So nicks and bruises. nicks and
Alright.
cuts. Yeah. I imagine you're in pretty good shape.
I'm not dead yet.
Medium shape.
Let's keep the audience appraised too to your physical conditions, because you guys are still in Lambor. You still got Betagrain. There's still lots of
So,
conquests to come, right?
so Cormac was getting just absolutely wrecked last battle, but he stayed on his feet. He was down to like 21 after all the healing, which is okay. After a week's rest or a couple of days rest, he was back up to 24. Now he's down to 14.
I think Gwydier's got a fractured rib and a bunch of little cuts on him, and he's pretending that he's fine.
Cormac just
I'm
had
not fine.
a bunch of medium to light cuts on him.
1 sec, please. Keep going.
I'm not fine. Rune is using his sword as a cane right now.
Walking.
Rune is not having a good time right now.
So, Rune,
suspect
I
none
keep
of us
telling
are
you, I
dead.
don't. You just have to keep. I don't know why you keep losing fights. It's not good for you.
I barely lose fights, Gwydir. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm not the one limping. I'm just saying.
I fell off a ladder, Gwydir.
Well, you lost a fight with a piece of wood. I don't know what to tell you. It was embarrassing for all of us.
Hey, Quadir, didn't you fall off that same ladder?
I told you it was embarrassing for all of us, and I'd rather not talk about it anymore.
Yeah,
Is that-
and I'm pretty sure you landed on me with your big fat ass.
And you're welcome for that. I broke your fall from on top.
That's not how that works, Gwydir.
Maybe that's why you've
Yeah,
got the
didn't I
sword
think
in your
that's how that works?
Well, look. Praise
but-
the gods for favoring me in the fall, I suppose. Thank you very much, Rhiannon, etc.
Awesome. Okay.
It's all because you bring glory with that sword of yours, Quadir.
I know.
Remember,
it is.
use it all the time.
It's a good sword. Thank you, cousin. I don't know if I thanked you enough. I really do enjoy it. I don't know if I like not having the shield around all the time, but it seems it's just easier when you hit them harder because they tend not to stand up, you know?
You were born to wield that sword.
Wasn't I? Thank you for saying so. I have been thinking that. I didn't want to say it out loud, but now that we're saying it, I think I agree.
Okay.
So,
Is there anything you guys want to prioritize focusing on in Lear's castle?
Surviving.
Cormac would focus on probably focus on capturing high value target. Like,
Sorry, I
He
should
has been
specify
told-
that one roll abstracted the whole battle, so it's over. You've conquered it.
Nice. Well,
They were
done.
already at an overwhelming force from Nanteleod. So this is a bit of a view into your own scenario. So with the successful combat rolls you guys did, you fought bravely, you fought skillfully. There was a ladder mishap. And maybe there's room for some better leadership, but otherwise things went about as well as it can.
Yeah, I think Gwydir is going to focus on making sure that Nanteleod's orders are being followed, being the order to not loot, not pillage, not destroy things. We're trying to make these people our subjects and allies, so we don't want to make them into our enemies more than they already are. So
Yeah.
he's going to go around, probably just like backing people's heads and stuff and telling them to put that treasure back or whatever.
Noted. Okay.
Cormac would be going around helping people, treating wounds as best he can, that sort of thing.
Okay, let's let's start with your first aid rolls. I think that's important. So you will be here for. I'm gonna test Nanteleod's battle.
Crit battle. Oh.
So 3 days. So we'll be moving into a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
All right.
So you guys receive the orders. It's going to be a while before the army mobilizes, continues north. You catch wind that Stone Town Castle is the next target.
Stone Town. Sounds cool. Okay, so those 3 of those first aid rolls were only worth 4 hit points, right? So I can't get above those 4 hit points. There's several 1 hit point wounds that I took, right? So like I can't heal 3 hit points off a 1 hit point wound. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So I only need to roll. This is a. Yeah, so that is for the.
And that goes up by my healing rate, right?
You roll a d3 actually for
Okay.
each.
So Eliod of Escavalon, who is very forgiving, apparently, does a good job in healing Rydia. His rib is still a bit sore, but he's just absolutely pretending that it's fine. Yeah, he's doing okay.
So the next thing, we're gonna move forward then.
Matic is balling.
Yeah.
And no one took a major wound that needs surgery, right? Everyone's been covered already.
I'm on 33 now, which is exactly 3/4 of my full.
Anyone still really low out of this group?
Ingrid's probably pretty low.
I'm at 11.
Yeah.
I'm at
Okay.
the 23, so I'm doing alright. I'm 11 down.
So, I think Yampa, for Rune, you receive orders, and I want to know how Rune feels with this. They order you not to engage in Stonetown Castle. They want you to stay behind in Lear's Castle until you're recovered proper.
Runa's save is famously modest, so he doesn't take it to heart.
Okay. All right. With that, we're going to go quickly over to Sorrel Hill, where Collis is. Collis, you receive new orders. And you receive a retinue. I'm going to see who this is real quick. Effectively, you have reinforcements, but in that, there is one of the warriors that will be with you. One sec. You know who it's going to be, hilariously? It's going to be Justin.
Yes. Brother-in-law.
He says, I hear things went handily here, Sir Collis.
Yes, they went fine by the gods, right?
I was sent here with new orders for us. We're to continue on the north path until we reach Pendragon. We're to hold We're to hold the water. Hold the bridge. The ford.
And so be it. I'll leave a small garrison, and we'll ride out on the as soon as we can.
Give me a battle test, because you might have some like battle history on this one.
Battle.
You do. So Pendragon Castle, which is not really referred to such these days, but what used to be considered sort of the original ford here, basically Pendragon is very hard to take because of that water. Their north, like basically most of the county is not really inhabitable lands. In fact, it is the Nottingham Forest where Pendragon sits. Yeah. Familiar with Robin Hood. So, or Sherwood Forest, actually. I think I got that right. Well, we'll fact check it. This waterway is basically a way of making it very difficult for invading armies to go. They positioned right up against it, most of the castles. And you know that there's been many battles fought the way in which you're going. It's not a fool's errand, but it sounds like a difficult task, I guess would be how I would suggest it. You see it? Any questions?
No. Hold the forwards until reinforcements arrive.
You are given one of those hold the fort until otherwise noticed or notified scenarios. So the intel's being kept close to the chest. Maybe a bit more. How do you feel about that, actually? Not being in the know of what the plans are beyond the next step.
I would take that since his battle roll went well. I think Cercalis is sort of in understanding that there's more going on to this, so he knows that his part to play is just a cog in the wheel and to do the best that he can at it.
Okay. Noted. Okay, so packing up and getting ready to mobilize then?
Yes.
All right. I need a battle roll. A stewardship roll.
Battle or?
Both.
Oof, at least that wasn't a fumble. And can I... Actually, I don't even know if he's here. So I do have a steward.
Presumably he's looking after your manor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
this is
probably...
this is more like leaving the place in good order. The battle rolls for your own army's well-being.
Okay. Because I don't have any stewardship.
You have a default amount, right? Like 2 or something?
No. It's just 0.
0. Yep.
Mine's 2. What? It depends on your culture, right? Your starting skills or something. Be like your Kimrick, I think you should have 2.
Yeah, you should be at 2.
Yeah, you should have a default of 2. Okay. Not fumbles. That's good. I think narratively, this just means your group's a bit exhausted as they hit the road. And there are some curveballs in things, in getting going. So, Okay, so it takes 5 days before you're able to get out. Like, it's just a nasty thing. So you're a bit behind schedule. And I'm assuming you're probably going to push your army as hard as you can since you're behind schedule. Getting there? Getting to the position?
Since we're already behind schedule, I think Cercalis would probably... No, because he's actually more reckless. Yeah, he'd probably push them then.
Okay. Okay. So we will come back to you shortly. We're going to skip over to resolve the duel between Rain and... Let me find his picture. It should still be here. Yes, Sir Galhout, the Brune. Let me change the music. Something more battle-y. Let's see.
Someone's gonna die.
Literally, at least one of you.
Yep. Head
Who
you
knows?
out.
Maybe you'll
What's
maybe
the
you'll
two?
beat him and offer him fair surrender.
Yeah, is
Oh, I
it to
don't
the death,
know.
or are you allowed to yield?
Oh, I don't know.
It wasn't specified.
Yeah.
No.
It's certainly not to first blood. It's more of a battlefield approach, so it'd be up to more of the ransom scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly like a big formal blood feud duel. This is more like a in the moment duel. So see where this goes.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Got to go in there and in the other chats for the other games and start spending all of our reroll points to lure them in here out of guilt, so they can come in here and help us.
I mean,
I have
did that last
I have a lot
time,
of channel points.
and I haven't really failed a roll yet
Why would you
True.
say that?
Yeah.
because
Exactly.
I've got
Do you not know?
I have
how
a reroll
the
banked
RNGesus
according to
works?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's gonna have more than one failed roll, and then that reroll's not
tempted
gonna help
fate.
him.
Cormac,
Cover
if
that-
he's not losing,
Cover that heel.
I don't know what the
Achilles.
heck he's
Yeah.
doing.
Shit.
Okay. So, Galahad is old. He was 48 and 480.
Oh,
So-
jeez.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's a bit of an older man these days.
Mm-hmm.
It's been
He's
12.
70?
Yeah. So Rain's like half his age almost.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me just see. Is it 480 that he was? Yeah.
So you
Crazy.
said he's 69 or 70, depending on his birthday.
I feel like at this point it would be bad to beat him, right? You're like beating an old man. It's
Uh,
rude.
War. Rain ain't gonna care about that.
He chose his. He chose
70.
how he wanted to go out.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I have respect for the man that wants to go out fighting somebody half his age.
His sword skill's probably like 28 or something like that, but his strength is not going to be. Well, it depends. Maybe he's been keeping up his attributes through glory points.
Maybe he's been keeping up with strength, but I don't think his con has been keeping up. So maybe if you hit him a few times.
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
If you hit him
Yeah.
a few times,
If. Yeah. That's
gotta
a
worry
big
about
if.
his sword at 70.
Mhm.
Okay, let's he certainly doesn't look quite as big and buff as he was, in his 40s or 30s.
God, I was strong back then.
Right. Okay. So when we last left off for this, Drax, he was charging you on his horse with his spear out.
Yeah. And Sir Rain did so as well with his sword out, however.
Okay.
And he will be impassioning as well.
Give me a battle test.
Before impassioning or after?
Before.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. It was just I was gonna offer some, not offer. I was gonna give you some additional information that like Rain might have in the context of this.
Yeah.
So go ahead and passion when you're ready.
Alrighty, love family.
Hey,
Take it.
so close.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Only
That is
plus
a
5, right?
+5. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. And then you want sword.
1 sec.
Okay.
The first round matters as well because he won't be rolling his own damage. He'll be rolling horse damage.
Mm-hmm.
So his weak ass physical stats won't be in.
Yep.
Impassioned too.
Uh-huh.
Get him, Rain. Think of the glory.
I'm thinking of survival.
Don't think of survival, think of glory. That's how Trent does it.
It's true.
Yeah, but he's a pagan. He's allowed to.
It's true. You're a Christian. You're like, don't you have the best afterlife ever if you haven't fucked up?
Yeah, that's true. I am a religious knight, so.
You should be hunting for that shit.
When you are ready, Rain, go ahead
Alrighty,
and
here
give
we
me
go.
your roll.
That is not gonna do it.
That is not good. We will see where
No.
this goes.
That is not good at
What up?
all.
Oh my
Or
god.
maybe it is.
I rolled a 1. I rolled a
Oh.
1.
So weak.
I rolled a 1, and that is huge for you. That
Okay.
means that he had a +8.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you succeed. You succeed in your hit.
Get him.
All
Get
right.
one tap, old man.
It will be charge damage still, right? Because we're not charging, so I'm my horse. Horse damage.
Nope. Not with a sword.
No?
You cannot
Oh,
charge
not
with a
with
sword. Mhm.
Gotcha. Okay. It's alright, it's 1 die different.
It's all good.
+2. Can I add the damage modifier in the mod section, or is that number of dice that it's doing in the mod prompt?
I think it's number of dice, so you'd probably just have
Is
to
it?
tell
I'll
me.
leave it empty.
Yeah.
Alright. 17.
17 total. Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
that was pretty weak.
He was
That's a point.
big, but he's not famous in this size, so I'm going to say 15, which means he has to test his horsemanship. You hit him, clink, he stays up.
Yeah.
You could tell, despite that, like kind of working in your favor, you could tell he's highly skilled with a spear, and you also know that the old man is likely to be a lot more of a danger on a horse.
Fun.
Mm-hmm. If permitted, he will ride past you and put himself back into range to charge you again, like you were in a joust, even though jousts don't necessarily exist right now.
Don't do it.
No.
Hear me out.
What's
Tough
your-
crap.
Nope. I'm going after him. I ain't letting him reset.
Okay.
You don't want to check in on her? Go on.
I already have a check-in honor, and I'm already famous for it, so. Yeah.
Tempt him with a +1 honor boost. Do it, Bob. Do it. Sorry.
No, I won't
I'm
tempt you.
already famously honor, and it's checked already, so no.
Famously honor, is it? Interesting. I just like the chaos, sorry. Getting too much of like Goodyear personality in my
It's crossing into my life. Okay. So what I need to know, this is not Rain doing anything underhanded. You're just not going to let him reset, and you're going to press him.
I'm not
for-
letting him reset.
press the
no,
attack
I'm
against him.
pressing him. Yep, I basically giving him a chance to draw his sword, but that's up to him if he does or not. I'm not stopping. I'm not
Okay.
letting him reset.
Okay. You will not get a charge attempt, obviously. Anyways, he He smiles when you approach, and he throws his spear and pulls the sword. Give me a folklore test, +10.
Oh, this is bad. But maybe. Is the impassioning going to count still or no?
Yes, actually.
Yes.
Still works.
Okay. Well, then it might work then.
Not so much.
I gave him a reroll.
Oh, you did?
Yep.
That didn't seem like that added up, right?
Can we give each other rerolls? With
Only if you're not in the scene. So, yes. Yeah.
Oh, that didn't add in the +10, so that would have passed.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I had 10 from that you
Yeah.
gave me and 5 from the passions. Yeah,
No, totally.
that would have passed.
This is the sword that famously crippled Uther. It was
Awesome.
thrown by
That- I
Galhut
win.
to his friend, who used it in the duel against Uther and critted Uther. Sometimes things take on a bit more of a property when such major events are done with them, and you can test spiritual now.
Spiritual, huh?
Yeah.
That's a 50-50 shot right there.
Yeah, there's something important about you feel a sense of importance about the sword. I mean, it is, after all, a sword that was used to defeat
It's
King
story.
Uther with Excalibur. With that in mind, go ahead and
Roll
give me your
power.
sword roll when you're ready.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
You got this.
You got this.
You haven't
Roll.
used the reroll yet, but you have it.
Oh, what can you do with it?
Reroll.
I still got my other one too, my personal one too.
He
so.
will succeed.
I'll use that reroll then.
Okay.
That I was so generously donated, and see if I can get something better. No.
Your
Hey,
roll.
The reroll. Yeah. Do the rerolls? Do you get to choose which one you want, or does the reroll replace the first roll?
I mean, it really doesn't matter at this point.
No, it's advantage. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
yep.
Yeah.
So with advantage, you take the better of the two.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna see something here. Just check something.
Now I'm worried.
Rolling D5. Excuse
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
There's a chance that he cuts off your manhood.
It's true. Get decapitated.
That would not end well for Sir Rain.
Do you have children yet?
No,
Oh,
he
no.
does not. He's not even married yet, technically.
You can adopt.
Who wants to do that?
Who wants to do- Gross. I take it back. Everyone who's listening, who's adopted, you do. Great. Work.
Okay.
I love you.
No regrets. Oh man. Uh-oh.
He gets one past your
Yep.
armor.
Past my defenses. Yeah.
Yeah. And if it's over your
That could be
size,
fun.
you have to make a horsemanship test.
The 17 is over my my size by 1.
All right. Horsemanship test it is
horsemanship
to stay on your horse.
I'm good.
Yeah, you are. Get that
Right.
man.
All right, let's continue. He's not. I mean, he's thrown away his spear. He's not trying to go back to that tactic.
Yeah.
He's just turning to face you now on the horse.
Mm-hmm. All
Hit
right.
him.
When you are ready.
Do it. Do it.
That's a little better.
Ooh.
Let's roll. Oh,
Wow.
dead in real life.
Ouch.
No balls. Ah,
Oh.
no. Jesus.
Uh-huh.
Frickin' A.
5.
Okay.
That's
So first off, 16 armor gone. Like you're good there. So 40 minus 16, 24.
Okay. Yeah, I'm damn near dead.
Hold up. Time out.
But I
Wow.
still
Hear
have
me
my
out.
one reroll left.
You have
Actually-
your yearly
It's not a
upgrade.
reroll. It's an upgrade. So it would turn your
Oh,
success
okay.
into a crit. His crit
Okay.
would be higher than yours though.
Yeah, which would be bad. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work out for me either way. 24.
Actually, in this case, upgrading to crit would upgrade you. I need to figure out something what I want to do with upgrade to crit because I think it'd be unfair to just be like the guy with the best skill gets to upgrade to the top of his skill. You know what I mean?
yeah, the highest possible dice roll. Is it
Yeah,
10, natural 20?
because that would be kind of gross. Well,
I could see it either way. I don't know. I mean, it depends how you're doing crits, but at the moment you're saying that the highest crit wins, right? Highest crit is
Hi-
still a crit.
yeah, highest crit stays a crit and the other one drops down. Basically, they both go down till they both count down till one's no longer a crit, and then
Yeah, that does make it complicated. Not that that's a complaint, it just does.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm-
he'd go up to a 17. Oh no. It'd be a 20 versus 20.
Well, Rain has a +2? What's your past
Plus
20?
17 plus
Plus 5 total with the
+2
compassion,
after
so it puts
20,
me
then
at-
22.
Yeah, 22. Yeah.
22 versus his 20. So 17.
You know what I'll do
Sure.
for now? Rain, I'm going to give you so you if you want to upgrade to a
He would just beat him if he upgraded. Going by what you've already said.
Yeah, it'd be a 1 die difference or 1 point difference.
2-point difference.
I was just looking at the verses that he had there.
Oh,
yeah, it'd be 22 versus a 20.
Mhm.
Yeah,
In
so
this
if the upgrade makes it into a natural 20, or the highest possible crit, or the
Yep.
lowest possible. If it makes it the lowest possible crit, it's almost never going to be worth it.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, agreed.
But if it makes it the highest possible crit, then
Well, not every crit's contested.
yeah,
Not,
True.
you know what I mean? So it's like, do we want to give someone the auto ability to out-crit someone based on their skill once a year, automatically?
yeah, exactly. Like in this case, there's I think there's something that doesn't feel quite right about the dice saying that person A crit and then person B crits sort of by using a power up bite. That
I think
maybe
it being a player character
yeah.
changes that entire idea.
Yes and no. I think major wounds are really interesting as well. That like players winning isn't always the best thing for the story. But that being said, I would like to be winning if it was me in the fight. It's a tricky one.
Here's what I'll do. If you want to upgrade here, so Rain, there's a 24 double your size,
Not double my size, no.
and you have a horsemanship of 20,
16 base, it'll be 20 something with the
Okay.
passion.
right? So give me that roll. Let's see if you would crit.
The which one?
Oh, it's 40 is double your size though. Sorry, so you get automatically
40
knocked
is,
off your
yeah.
horse.
Yeah.
You get automatically knocked off your horse.
Right.
I think I think I'm gonna allow it. I'll allow it. Because it still doesn't solve like the super strong NPCs. They'll have really high skills too.
Right.
And it might protect you from one hit, but it won't protect you forever. So,
Right.
yeah, if you want, you will go up to 22 and you'll beat him in this exchange.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Sure.
It's not looking good for you otherwise. You're 24 plus a d6
no,
damage.
I'll be basically right at unconscious level at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Depends
Yeah,
on which way. I mean, this doesn't necessarily get you all the way out of dodge.
Nope. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's all up to dice. It always is.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right. So you cut over. So that turns you to a crit. So you can roll your damage and your crit damage. And you want to do really well here, or else we're back into exchanges.
All right.
Should be okay. You got nine dice, and he's an old guy.
That's 17 without the crit damage, and crit is what?
46.
Another
Okay.
16
So
on
17
top of
plus
that.
16.
Yep.
23. 33.
33 minus 16, but that's gonna be double his size, so he's gonna fall off his horse. All right. You hear him hit the ground with a thud. And you see this old man start to climb back up to his feet slowly. You can see like blood dripping right through his chainmail as he does so. He's got blood covering his mouth. The sword is not being relinquished, nor is he calling for, nor is he yielding.
At this point, I'm gonna have to roll my honor at this though, or my valor or something, because fighting him unhorsed is bad.
Yeah, if you are famously honorable,
I am. So
Yeah,
you
will not fight him on his horse. You could try to demand that he yield. You can try to appeal. Like, I'm not telling you it's a binary thing where it's like you must do that. You can do whatever you want, but I think if you were to fight him with a superior advantage, you are not being honorable.
Yeah,
right?
I will. Yeah, I will just dismount.
Okay.
Let my horse.
You can opt. You can be like, this is a matter of pragmatism.
Oh, it is, but my character's he's too famous everywhere else on all the positive traits, so
Okay.
just not gonna work.
Fair.
And he's generous too, so it's like, I mean, you add it all up. So he's just gonna dismount and prepare to fight on foot against this guy.
Get him.
Okay.
Get him. Get him.
All right, I need some really good rolls, is what I need.
All right. When you're ready, so you dismount and you brandish your sword as well.
Yes.
Hey.
I needed that.
Kill the old man.
What is your total? Is that 20? What did you roll? You rolled a natty 20.
It was a net 20, and my base is 17 normally, so with the +5 from passions, so 23 or 22.
Oh yeah, 20. Yeah, right. So it's 22.
Yeah.
And he did not.
So damage and crit damage again.
Indeed.
All right.
He did. Get him.
Ooh, good first.
Woo! 24.
Another 16. That'd be 24 plus 16. Yep.
Well, we can just take away the 16 because of the shield and armor, so
Yep.
it's just 22.
22.
24.
Oh, sorry,
24. I get my bonus. Yeah.
Rain, or Drax, why don't you tell us how Rain kills Sir Gelhut?
It was likely in a very physical exchange where it was just sheer youth versus age. I just outlasted him. Even the number of exchanges wasn't necessarily there. It was just I wasn't getting his fatigue as fast as he was. And then just took his head.
You take his head?
Yep.
Okay.
As soon as there was the opening for it.
All right.
As clean as possible.
Right. As Galahad is decapitated, let me just check something here.
Not a dog, he's a wolf.
Ow! I believe he killed an old man.
Dude, don't do that.
You get 200 glory.
All right.
He was a famous knight, even if he was old. He had over 10,000 glory.
Wow.
Okay.
I have half that if I'm lucky.
And Sir Galahad is dead. What do you want to do? So his men are going to retreat, given he's dead. What do you want to do in the moments following this? You see his sword kind of laying just near his side.
Are they just like retreating back to whatever fortification they had, or are they retreating out of the area?
They're retreating out of the area. They look like they're going like north, but like on forest paths, like northeast more so.
Okay. Can I roll battle just to get like a idea possibly?
Yeah, you're still impassioned, so go ahead and give her.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just
so,
kind of curious what's in that direction that they're fleeing to make sure they're not going to hit someone else.
You don't know. So they'd be fleeing northwest through the forest. Remember, Nanteleod's arguments were to stay clear of the forest, that we could lose a lot of men in there, but clearly they have the ability to harry you from the forest, as you saw in the backlands. Cutting off the head of the snake isn't a bad way to leave it. You know, you could choose to pursue them, but it might go poorly for you and your men. You could also choose to kind of send scouts out and, build call for defense, like rather than like pursuing them. I would say not reckless, but it's probably it's certainly not prudent to just like charge after them through the forest.
No,
they know these paths, you don't, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and Rain's been in these woods before. He does not have a good.
Yeah, on top of that, Savage. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. So he would instruct his men to form up and fall back to the castle. Rain himself would fetch the blade and wrap it up for the time being, and retrieve the fallen knight's body to take back with him as well to make sure it gets properly buried and such.
Okay. You can have a tick on spiritual for that, and what's the opposite of cruel?
Merciful. Merciful.
Yeah, you can add a tick on merciful as well. As much as you didn't like, you did kill him in battle. You're
did it as cleanly as possible.
Yeah, and you're respecting him and his kin by retrieving the body and
exactly,
and the sword. All right.
Yeah. We'll see how merciful I am with the sword thing.
Yeah. What is Rain's opinions of the man
Given
who
that
wounded?
He knows that it's a storied weapon and everything. The weapon itself is more fascinating to him than the man itself, but I mean, considering the guy's age and how much of a fight it was, it's been rather eye-opening. Rain's well aware of what he's lacking at this point. So,
all right.
Definitely grounding him a bit. Which is crazy because he's already a very modest guy to begin with, so.
Maybe you shouldn't be as modest.
Yeah,
Being able
maybe.
to take out a legend like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let other people do the talking for me.
We're gonna move forward.
All right, I'll be right back then.
Yeah, indeed. We're gonna go to Cormac, Gwydir, and Rune. No, Cormac and Gwydir. Rune has been asked to stay behind for the time being.
Yeah, he's having a nap.
Cormac and Rune. I need folklore. No, it's gonna be intrigue. I need intrigue tests from the two of you. Actually, Rune, you two can do an intrigue test because it's possible you gave advance notice for the guys.
That's very, very.
It is certainly not Gwydir. And look at that! Like you know, Rune still finds a way to be involved.
Still finds a way.
Yeah.
I guess he's got nothing to do while he's having a
Yeah.
nap back there, so he's working on that. But he's
So-
like, I don't care.
Yeah. Knowing what you know from like Rune being a bit more of a talker and not being able to train or fight right now, spends that time in recovery asking around about what the next target is. You learn, of course, of the knight that supposedly holds the castle. What you learn is his name is Sir Odgar. Odgar is illegally holding this castle in the sense. Now you could say a lot of these castles are illegally held, because it's not clear since the late Duke Adaris' death who's in charge here. But a lot of Lambor seems to be run by this Baron Adar, and it seems that your next target is not necessarily on the side of the Baron Adar. He seems to be a holdout of the late Duke who fell, and he's kind of holding this castle in that Duke's memory. And so this is something Cormac and Gwydir are given for information by Rune.
Okay. That could work. Alright then. That could work to our advantage there, cousin.
That doesn't sound right to me. I think Rune's full of shit, honestly. He's been wounded. His head's addled. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Fuck you, Gwydir.
I trust Gwydir. And I trust Rune. And if Rune says that there's a chance that we might be able to keep our men fresh and still take the castle, I think we should take it.
I mean, listen, if what you're saying is that we should go and do a thing that involves us winning this war quickly, then I'm interested, but that's not what I heard. I heard that the person who, I mean, look, whatever Rune says, it's just not what I've been hearing around the traps, so I don't know why he's not really here, so, I mean, who do you believe? But, look, but if the end result is that we attack a castle sooner than that, I am interested in.
I assume Gwydir, so just to clarify, Trent's not just trolling here. Gwydir rolled a 20 on his intrigue, and that's why you're playing.
Yeah. Love you, Rune.
I didn't hear
My squire
either.
pops up and goes like, "Fuck you, Gwydir." It's like, yeah, that was from Sir Rune.
That cloud in the sky looks a lot like Rune, and it's just like a picture of Rune with his finger out. Yeah.
I didn't hear anything, but I wasn't necessarily looking out for it. I was getting our men prepped and making sure wounded were taken care of.
That's fair. So was I suppose. I mean, and look, he does do a lot of listening and talking and such. So I suppose there is a good chance that maybe the things that he heard have a little bit more importance than the things that I did. But he's quite, he's not here, so I don't know. But look, if there's fighting, I'm in.
Cousin, do you trust me?
Of course I do. I trust you. I trust Rune as well. I just think he's wounded and can't, 50%.
I'm asking you, as family and as friend, brother in arm, let me take the lead on this one.
All right, I'm in.
And then we will not necessarily be going to a fight, but after this one, we will be fresh for a fight.
Oh. So we're not going to kill the man.
I didn't think we have to.
I thought maybe I misunderstood. Okay, well, do you want me to come along anyway, just in case we do have to kill him? I could sing him a song, maybe.
Gwydir, you were in charge of this convoy, not me.
No, but if you have a plan, my plan involves fighting the enemy until they lose and we win. But you have a different one, and sounds like you're confident. You asked me to trust you. I believe in you. Much as I think your god isn't real and all that, you seem to think so, and it seems to have gotten you fairly well in life. So
we're not talking about God and spiritual matters. We're talking about war. Your expertise. All I'm asking for is a moment for you to trust me.
I'm trusting you. Go ahead. I have your back. Let's go.
And I think we have an idea of how.
What is your thought? And then
my thought is that if he is loyal to the previous Duke,
mm-hmm.
before this upstart, what if he were to join King Nanteleod?
Okay.
Against this upstart.
Require an intrigue roll. Yeah. From
Cormac
and Gwydir. Cormac, more so. I think Cormac, I need an intrigue roll. This is not your action. This is additional information that you may or may not have.
This is not the action?
No. This is extra information that you might want to consider for... Hey, you straight up do not have it. So continue with whatever direction you want.
Yep.
Okay, we're approaching... Are you asking effectively permission to ride forward and request an audience? Like, how do you want to approach this?
I would like to request an audience with him before.
With your army in sight, or without the army in sight?
At least with the convoy that Gwydir was granted. I'm expecting Gwydir and his convoy to come with me.
Okay. Inside the castle, or
no, at least to the castle gate.
Okay. Convoy's not very big. Like, it's like 36 fighting men.
Well, we're riding ahead of the army, though.
Yeah. Yep. Just clarifying. That's all. Okay. Yep. So you're gonna fly like banners apiece and request an audience?
Yes, that is my plan.
Okay.
I'm going to watch.
I'm just gonna see if this man's suspicious crits. No, it does not.
In fact, it fails.
Yeah.
He loves you. You should marry him.
He may not love me,
exactly what I know,
but he doesn't think I'm trying to trick him.
I wouldn't go that far. It means that it's not flaring up full scale. He's a hyper suspicious man. You're about to find out. So, you find your audience. Is Gwydir with you?
Gwydir, you want to come along?
No, I think you've asked me to trust you, and I think I do. And I think that if it came to pass that he's like, you know what, I now have hostages, it would be better if there was only one, and if they weren't leading a convoy.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you find your audience. He is not the most hospitable. You find everything about this is very clear. You're checked of you removed your weapons, allowed to keep your armaments. You're brought to a room where it's effectively just you and Odgar. And the doors are shut. What does one of King Nanteleod's knights? What sort of business brings you here?
Sir Odgar, I've heard tale of you. That you have been in charge of this castle since before.
And he interrupts that and he says, "For longer than you've been alive, boy. That's how long I've been in charge of this castle."
And a man such as you does not simply take control of a castle without knowing how to defend it.
I am skilled. Indeed.
I'm not here to threaten you. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. You are not loyal to the current holder of these lands. I'd like you to...
lands. There's no holder of these lands. If there is, he is a prisoner somewhere in the mountains.
I had not heard that. But I understand it. There's a certain nobility in honoring your lord and being loyal to him. I would like to request that you meet with King Nanteleod. Bend the knee.
He laughs. I serve my duke, be he alive or dead. I serve Logris, not some foreign king.
Nanteleod. Nanteleod. Nanteleod is seeking to help Logris. We have been marching from Escavalon only to find Logris in Fraxia. Nobody is stepping up to unite it. The only thing that is happening is that you have the Cornish from the south looking to conquer Logris. You have the Angles to the east looking to conquer Logris. Nanteleod does not seek to conquer Logris. He seeks to lead Britain, to exercise the Saxons, to push back the Cornish, to make everyone here strong enough to stand, not to fracture it further.
Indeed, yes. The great grandson of Vortigern, the tyrant.
The grandson of Vortimer, the man who fought the tyrant.
All right, with this, Bert, did you impassion already?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to give you an orate roll. I'm going to give you a +5 because of what you did in character, and then it's up to you whether you want to impassion from there. You mentioned Vortimer, which was a very smart move, because Vortimer was both the king of Logris and the king of Escavalon for a short time.
So I am loyal to Nanteleod.
Yep.
I feel Nanteleod is the best option for Logris.
Ooh. would you like to upgrade that to a success?
Yes, I think this is going to be necessary. What? They gave me a reroll last week.
That's true, and I don't think you've used it yet.
Okay. I'll allow it this time. I don't want a bank of rerolls is the only thing. Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
I think it gets
That's
it
fair.
gets lost if it's not used. Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, they're supposed to be kind of in response to a failure. I'll allow a preemptive, but I think they go away if they're not used. Does that make sense? It's supposed to be in response to a failure. So, but in this case, no, I need to roll on that. I will allow you instead. Oh, there you go. Someone just did it in response, so you are good.
Hey,
Okay.
Yep. Okay. That's all you needed.
The wolf has saved me.
Don't go melancholic.
Please don't.
to be fair, you roll passions that are exactly 16 more than most people, I think, as well.
Yeah.
Risky.
Yeah. But that is a success. So,
Okay.
Come on.
I'm going to do it one more time. Okay. I'm going to give you the conditions here, and you can tell me whether or not you want to upgrade this to a crit. If you leave it as is, he will not bend the knee to Nanteleod. He will offer Nanteleod and his household knights hospitality in his castle, and he will vow to stay out of this conflict if you leave it as is. But that is as far as you're going to get Odgar to go. And he'll make mention of Vortigern and how important that is. But again, it won't quite be enough. If you upgrade to a crit, he will vow to bend the knee to Nanteleod.
I am going to upgrade that to a crit.
Okay.
I have been talking a big game about bringing Nanteleod vassals of worth.
Yeah.
This
You can
is
tell-
me.
You can tell this guy's an honorable man. You can also tell he's extremely stubborn. And unlike the person down south, he doesn't seem as concerned with, like, you know how, what's his name down in Glevum wanted to needed to see Nanteleod himself before he was willing to. This guy is more about lineage. It's more important to him that this is the grandson of Vortimer. That alone was enough to sway him, effectively. Your words moved him enough there. And so he says, effectively, as you upgrade, he says, I heard Uther had passed at Albans, as did his son Matic. I know that he once had a child, and that child was taken and sacrificed by the wicked magician Merlin. Treacherous things. There is no line of Uther or Constantine. It is over. But the line of Vortimer does remain. He is a rightful king, and I am not one who will stand in his way. All right. With that, Bert, you can have 100 glory.
Very
And-
nice.
Yeah.
Woot.
You're
You know?
referring to Erviz for the guy to the south, right? In Glevum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In contrast, this guy cares less about like meeting Nanteleod and verifying his caliber himself. It's more like a, you're of the right line, and that matters to me.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay. We're gonna move to Collis for the second to last scene here. Collis, when you arrive, there is a sizable force present, not quite as big as yours. They look like they're aiming to hold the fort. Do you wish to engage? Looks like you have the numbers. They certainly have the terrain. And Jessen kind of looks to you. He's like, you were put in command.
Sir Carlos will think a second. No. He'll pick out a suitable encampment spot. Fortify our side for now.
All right. Finding maybe something. You know that there's like a tree line, like forest, basically, to your back that would be more like supported by Camliard's border, which are your allies here, right? That's King Leo de Grant's lands. You could set up there, be within probably a 15-minute ride from the water, from the fort, if you wish it. There is an alternative. Give me a battle roll. You are a battle person, so you might have this. Okay. So one of the things like Uther and other folks didn't do is march into Gales with their forces, because that would be really bad. But you know that there's other ford sites. It would take you, going deep into Camliard, which is full of forests and small trails, but you could theoretically lead an ambush and assault them from another point. Like you could cross the ford on the other side, or at a smaller side. Probably guard. There's probably border guard of Camliard near Pendragon, given this war is about to take place. You could ride into Camliard, cross the water at a smaller ford, and kind of try to find a point of ambush on this army without them having the terrain advantage of you having to cross the ford to get to them. It'd be a little less like that's playing into like tactician mind, not necessarily the most honorable thing, but not terrible either. You're not doing anything unknightly by doing something like that.
I think Sir Carlos wants to make a name for himself.
Okay.
So he'll probably take it, but he'll tell his camp, build like more fires to make it seem like we have a much larger force, so it puts them on the back foot of wanting to attack us because they think we have even more numbers than we have.
Right. So you're going to leave like a skeleton crew behind here while you guys head into Camliard and lead effectively a raid into their camp, a sortie into their camp?
Yes, and I will leave Sir Justin to command.
The skeleton force?
Yes.
Okay, hold on one sec.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's not taking it that easy. He wants to be there with you. He's like, I don't want to be the distraction, Collis. Can it be anyone else?
Collis will rub his chin. He'll look to the mountain clansman leader.
Okay.
You will lead the encampment then.
He nods. I don't think he quite has the passion to die in Nanteleod's war like Justin does. So I think he'll accept that. He says, do you want us to engage if they're to assault our camp?
Yes, put up light resistance and mostly try to evade. Harry them if you must, but try to keep out of their main force's grip.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Just to see where we pick up with your storyline next time, I need you to give me a hunting roll.
Alright. Can I impassion myself?
You may. Yep, absolutely.
Right. I think he wants to make a name for himself, so I will do Swords of Nanteleod.
Hey, good thing you impassion.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to basically, when we pick up with your vignette next time, you'll be in Pendragon, about to lead the ambush. So, having gone through Cameliard and then made your way, effectively think of it kind of like you're here. You're gonna go here, one of the smaller fords, and then back around. All right, awesome. Rune, I need 2d20, good sir. Or sorry, 2d100 is what I meant to say. And those might as well have almost been d20 tests there. One sec. I'm also going to get off the battle music and back to some standard music here. 11 and what were numbers? 11 and 30 and 11. All right. Rune, this does place you in an interesting position where you are able to kind of be in Nanteleod's council right now, his war planning council. He is going to be obviously leading Whittier and Cormac and folks up to Odgars, right? But there are some of his knights who will remain to hold Lear's castle, so you have an opportunity to spend time with them. This is some of the folks that you already know. I'll just name a couple that are here. So this does include Leo de Grants. This includes Cedric. And Elaine. What do you want to do with this or with any opportunity while you're here? Anything specific?
The hell is happening to my music? I think that Rune being Rune and him not being able to be at the front, he's a little bit restless.
Mm-hmm.
He's modest though, so he's not complaining about the fact. But
Right.
I think he's trying to gather information.
Okay. In the nature, are you looking in terms of like gossip and intrigue? Are you looking in terms of battlefield positioning? What are you looking for mostly?
I think it's more intrigue, leaning towards that one group of individuals that he's in cahoots with and Nanteleod knows about. Not being overt about it. I don't know.
You probably know too, like you're in Lambor, so you're pretty far away from that, and kind of in the opposite direction. There might not be a lot to do there.
You know what? Yeah, he's just overall just gathering information. If there's any gossip to be had.
Okay, give me an intrigue test then. Yep. Hey,
Nice.
Okay. You learn that. Do you remember the group of knights that were going around and harrying you guys as you were taking your castles? They're like hit and run tactics.
Yeah.
They say that that it was the Baron Adar who was leading that group.
Is there any information of where he was last seen?
You don't have information about it. It was believed that he was on the western side of the rivers, and that he was last seen crossing north of Sorrel Hill, back into the eastern front. You learn that he has two sons as well. One's of knight's age, and the other is a squire's age. You learn that there are several castles in the forest, actually, at the forest line. They weren't in the forest, they weren't built in the forest, but they are there now with the growth of the Forest Sauvage. So it's like the source, the way it's told to you, it's like the Forest Sauvage has swallowed them. You learn that effectively just northwest of Odgar's castle that you were just at is the Castle of the Beautiful View. I'm going to put this so you guys can see it now on the map. You learn of Whiteholm Castle, which belongs to the Brun family. You learn of an old castle called Spear Tree Castle in the forest. So you kind of have like a better lay of the land of all the castles that are here in Lambor.
And you know, and if I'm taking a seat in the King's Council, I'll just give the information to mayhaps not everyone in the table itself, but mostly like just Nanteleod himself, so that he can do with that information whatever he wants.
Yeah. I think that's going to go over really well for you. We're going to give you 50 glory for that on top of your crit. You also learn that the Baron Adar's family is said to likely be staying at the Castle of the Beautiful View, which is that one.
Beautiful view of nothing but trees.
Oh, there's that. All right, and Gwydir, since we didn't really get you much of a chance in the last one to do something, why don't you give me 2d100? We'll close with your bit here. And 38. All right. Okay. Given as the group begins to stay in what's the name of that castle? Stonetown Castle, Odgar's castle here. So basically, the army's going to march there and then be permitted to. The lords of the will be brought in, hospitality wise. The rest of the army will stay outside, and they'll set up camp around the castle. Gwydir, you and your Conroy are assigned to raid into Pendragon. Again, keeping in mind this is like they don't want you assaulting like any sort of. This isn't your take from the commoners scenario.
Yeah.
This is to show a force and to clash with any other physical force that might be on the road.
Gotcha.
Now, I want you to make you've got a road here, which is good. I want you to make a hunting roll plus 10 because of the road.
Nice.
Yeah.
Follow the road. Is that me? That is me.
Yes.
Natural 1.
Okay. So you're assigned like a base camp like just at the border, and then sent in for like multiple, effectively surveys and raids throughout the next few days as the army recovers and begins to move again. I'm going to give you a random roll. Is this high or low? You get to call.
Oh, give me high, obviously.
Okay. You clash with an army, with another, not with an army, but with a convoy about your size.
Cool.
I want you to give me a sword, battle, and horsemanship roll, please.
Can I impassion on one or all?
No, not for these. Not for these exchanges.
Sword, battle, and horse.
Ooh. Okay, but the rest of it goes well. But you are unhorsed for the first time in a long time. You managed to fight your way out of it successfully.
Ow!
The guy who unhorsed you had a hammer thrown at him.
You take six damage. Yeah.
6 damage. Copy.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, you will be when you return. Your group will here. I'll do a D6 plus 3 because you guys were successful versus just a D6 for the other group. Oh. So 4 versus 1d6. 2. Okay. Yeah, you're victorious. You send them running. You can get
Sweet.
25 glory for that.
Gwydir is super stoked about this. He just loves being told that he has to just go fight people.
He just has to go break stuff.
yeah.
All right. Gents, with that, we're going to close, but you have made your way. When we pick up, we'll have 2 units right at the border of Pendragon and the army marching north. I should probably do this now. Rain, just to address your return here. So you return to Lambor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lear's Castle. We should address that. Everyone who fought in that can receive another 50 glory.
Do I get 4 times that for getting a crit on sword?
No, but you do get the glory from your crit on sword. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Always hustling.
Yeah. Lambor Castle is taken, and Rain, you are called to Lear's Castle to speak to your former lord. So we'll pick up with that scene as the very beginning of the next time. When I say
Lord?
former master,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sir Cerdic.
Yeah, that should end well. He does
I
not
mean, you don't
me.
like him very much right now, do you?
Well, he said some very nasty things about Sir Rain. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But he's not the Wolf Knight. No one can talk shit about Rain, bro.
Like, yeah, you killed the guy.
I killed the guy.
Tell him you've
I
already
got
killed one old man today.
Oh, well, that maybe. I don't know. That's out of character for Rain.
I have a
It's really
question,
making
but
me
it can be addressed after we're done here.
Okay. Actually, yeah, why don't we go ahead and wrap up? Thanks for watching, everyone. Super fun episode. We're going to continue on the next time. And we'll be in Pendragon. So it's been you know what? I like this campaign as much as I didn't want to go 8-9 episodes this year. You guys are literally doing Conquest. Really?
Yeah.
You know,
Doing that.
We're doing Anarchy in the times of Anarchy.
yeah. It's
So
it's
weird.
just taking some time, but things look pretty good. So
Good build up.
thanks everyone who did stick around and watch. We'll be back next Friday with more, and talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Yep.